Welcome to our deep dive into the ethical issues facilitators face when managing group conflicts. If you're doing this work, you know it's not for the faint of heart. It takes courage and commitment to stand in the middle of conflict and hold space for people to show up authentically, even when it's hard. Today, we'll explore 4 key areas where ethical considerations are crucial. These aren't just boxes to check off, they're opportunities to show up with your whole heart as a facilitator. We'll talk about the importance of staying neutral, the often invisible ways bias can creep in, the essential nature of diversity, and the very real danger of groupthink. We're going to unpack the weight these issues carry because knowing the theory is one thing, but feeling the weight of ethical responsibility is what will ultimately guide your actions when you're in the trenches of group facilitation. As facilitators, we're not referees or judges. Our job isn't to decide who's right or wrong, but to create a space where everyone feels safe enough to share their truth. That means letting go of the need to fix things or offer solutions. It means resisting the urge to jump in with our own opinions, even when we think we have the answer. It's hard, I know, we all want to be helpful, to be the hero of the story. But our real superpower as facilitators lies in our willingness to be present with the discomfort, to hold space for the messiness of conflict without trying to control it. That's where the real transformation happens. When we can do that, when we can stay neutral and trust the process, we create a space where true dialogue can emerge, where people can feel heard and understood, and where solutions can arise organically from the group's collective wisdom. Bias is sneaky. It can show up in the subtlest of ways, in our body language, in our tone of voice, even in the questions we ask or don't ask. As facilitators, we have a responsibility to be aware of our own biases and how they might be impacting the group. This requires us to be brutally honest with ourselves, to do the hard work of unpacking our own baggage and understanding how it might be influencing our interactions with others. We also need to be aware of the power dynamics at play in any group. Who has the loudest voice? Who's being silenced? Are we, even unconsciously, giving more airtime to certain perspectives while marginalizing others? This is about more than just being politically correct. It's about creating a truly equitable and inclusive space where everyone feels seen, heard, and respected. Diversity isn't just a buzzword, it's the lifeblood of any ethical and productive group process. When we have a diversity of voices in the room, different backgrounds, different experiences, different perspectives, it challenges our assumptions and pushes us to think more critically. But diversity without inclusion is just a missed opportunity. It's not enough to simply have people from different backgrounds present. We need to create a space where everyone feels safe to share their unique perspectives. This means actively seeking out and amplifying marginalized voices. It means being mindful of our language and ensuring that everyone feels respected and included. When we do this well, when we create a truly inclusive space, the group becomes a tapestry of diverse thoughts and experiences, and that's where the magic happens. Groupthink, that insidious pressure to conform, to go along with the crowd even when it doesn't feel right, is a recipe for ethical disaster. It stifles creativity, shuts down dissent, and can lead to disastrous decisions. As facilitators, we have a responsibility to be vigilant against groupthink. We need to create a space where it's safe to disagree, where people feel comfortable speaking up and challenging the status quo. This means setting clear ground rules around respectful communication and encouraging healthy debate. It means asking open-ended questions that invite a diversity of perspectives. And most importantly, it means being willing to be the lone voice of dissent ourselves, to model the courage it takes to speak truth to power, even when it's uncomfortable. Thank you for joining us in exploring these critical ethical issues in group conflict management. It's not easy work, but it's important work. The world needs more facilitators who are willing to show up with courage and integrity, who are committed to creating spaces where everyone can thrive. Remember, effective facilitation is not just about managing conflicts, but doing so with integrity and fairness. It's about creating a space where everyone feels safe enough to be vulnerable, to speak their truth, and to be heard. Stay tuned for more insights on ethical practices in leadership and management. You're doing brave work. Keep showing up, keep learning, and keep leading with your heart.